There's absolute freedom here. And I think we're all looking for freedom. At least I am.
Why hello there. Today, I'm going to be painting on a toaster strudel as I follow a Bob Ross tutorial. If you want to join me, just sit down, relax, and let's get painting.
Ready to have some fun? Let's do it.
For the blank canvas, I'll be using the classic Pillsbury toaster strudel. This comes with its own icing packets, but I'm going to make my own type of royal icing that will be ideal to paint on. I just added 3 tablespoons of meringue powder to 4 cups of confectioner's sugar and mixed well together. Then I slowly added in water and whisked together until completely smooth. You can choose anything for your blank canvas really, such as sugar cookies, muffins, cakes, a sandwich, whatever you want. Just make sure the surface is flat to work with. And then spread your liquid white onto your blank canvas and set out to dry in room temperature for at least 2 hours so that the icing can harden. Then of course, you're going to need some paint. I used some gel food coloring for icing and a bright white food coloring paste. You'll also need some alcohol to mix with the colors, but apparently water works as well. You'll also need a paint palette or something to mix your paint on. I used a clean watercolor palette, and you can even use the lids from the icing gel food coloring. For the paint brushes, I just bought a new set of detail brushes and made sure they were well cleaned so I don't accidentally ingest paint and dye. But really, I only used 2 main brushes for the entire painting, which was 1 flat brush and 1 spot brush. And to prepare, I added some alcohol to the bowl to clean off my brush when switching to different paint colors, and also had a paper towel by my side to dab any excess paint and to test the colors before applying to the canvas. And this was really helpful to have. Probably the most time-consuming part of this process is preparing the colors that Bob requires for the painting. And essentially for most of the colors, I just added black to darken the shades, which makes the colors a little bit more muted and realistic compared to the typical bright colors. Even still, it's not that important if you don't get the exact shade he asked for, and really I went for only 1 shade of yellow even though he asked for 3 different shades of yellow. Okay, and here's my beautiful paint set ready for me to make my masterpiece. And now all you have to do is press play and follow along to Bob's instructions. Take it away, Bob. What I quickly realized from my first attempt at this is that this is a lot more like watercoloring, and I'm working on a very small canvas, so a little bit of paint goes a long way. If you overlayer the paint, it will eventually break down the icing and crack at the surface, so with every stroke, I try not to second guess myself and not put so much pressure onto the canvas.
Just a little though. Don't overdo. Don't overdo. It gets working and it feels good, and next thing you know, you've overdone it.
I took a few art classes in high school, but I am by no means a professional painter, nor do I even do this as a hobby. And I think the key to success in this is really just relaxing your mind and your hand and literally just copying what Bob does, because he obviously knows what he's doing. That may sound a lot easier said than done, but sometimes the more careful I am and the more I try to be perfect, I somehow find a way to screw up. So ultimately, if you're making this at home, it's all going to end up in your belly anyway. So as Bob would say, there's no mistakes, just happy accidents. Just chill and have a dandy time painting on a toaster strudel. No one's judging here.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents. Just don't worry worry about it. Learn how to use what happens. And if you feel good about yourself and the world, it'll show in your painting, and all these little things will happen. That's the name of the game. It's enjoying. You really ought to enjoy what you do in life. If you do, then you'll do a good job. And I certainly enjoy what I'm doing. I spend half my life doing somebody else's thing. Painting should make you happy. It does nothing else. It should make you happy. And if it doesn't make you happy, you're doing the wrong thing.